In the previous segment, we talked about making sure that the supervisors don't ignore the right things. In this segment, we're going to focus on the right things. All right, so let's dive in. Let's get started. So, here, truth be told, here it is, y'all. There it is. There's your 12 elements. And none of them have to do with money. Let's take a look at these. And I see you guys taking pictures. I cannot tell you how every time somebody picks up the phone and takes a picture, I mean, my ego just flies through the roof. I'm like, they like that slide. Here, you want me to write next to them? Thank you very much. Okay, I appreciate that. That's right. It's also in there. That's right. And I can get you guys the PowerPoint too. Okay, I have no problem with that. All right, that's right. All right, because I want you guys to be able to use this. Put your logo on this here, boom, boom, and just give me some credit. Okay. All right. So all of these fall into 3 or 4 areas: communications, training, accountability, and support. Communication, training, accountability, and support. Let's take a look at these. Before we look at all these, there's a reason why the middle one is in the middle. Number 7, sincerely show that the opinion of team members really counts and are considered. There's the poo-poo face. No one can show a poo-poo face to any idea, suggestion, or problem addressed that is brought up by frontliners. When frontliners bring up problems, whether they do it in a professional manner, non-professional manner, whether they do it when they speak, when frontliners speak about problems that are frustrating them, if they're not upset, then the problem is small. If the problem is big and they're unprofessional the way they talk to you about it, you better pay attention to it. That's their warning sign to let you know that problem is creating a hole. And if your ego gets in the way of, they didn't talk to me the right way. They didn't do this. No, then you're allowing your ego to be more important, because when frontliners tell you the problems that are happening in the front lines, they are saving your company. Yeah, but you see how we need to turn the conversation around? So let's take a look at these. Communicate expectations to your team. That's so easily said and done. But when I have a group of 7 team members and I say, okay, let's say all of you are frontliners, you guys all report to the same boss, and I come in, I coach you, and I've asked your boss to leave the room. And I go, so James, let me ask you, do you feel that your expectations, your goal, what's expected of you is clear? Sure. You would say, role play with me for a second. Say, yeah, sure. What are the top 3 things that you're being measured with by the end of each month? And that's usually what I get right there. What are the 3 things? What are the 3 things that you know you're being measured by to determine your performance each month? You think most frontliners would be able to answer that question? What are the 3 things that your boss holds you accountable on a monthly basis to determine your progress? Do you know what those are? Yeah? What number, what does that mean? How many are expected? What's the minimum number of performance? Okay, so expectations aren't clear. So you would say it's anywhere between 85 and 95? Is that the range that you're being held accountable to? So what am I looking for, y'all? Clarity or vagueness? Clarity or vagueness? Absolute concrete.
It's always unspoken.
It can't be. It can't be. This is why morale breaks down. And when I sit with frontliners, I ask those questions, and it's clear within 5 minutes. No one knows how they're being held accountable. But somehow they know they've got to be held accountable to something, but yet it's not clear. That right there is the number one way to piss people out of the building. Sorry for my French. It's the best way to encourage people to leave your building, for their morale to just disappear. Why? Because every day I wake up and I don't know what I'm going to be held accountable, but I just know it's coming. It's loose, it's goosey, and I'm being managed by mood, by personality, and by frustration. I'm not being managed by numbers, by consistency, by predictability. I don't know when I'm winning. I don't know when I'm losing. I don't know what to do about it. All I just know is I got to look at the face of my manager and, she's in a good mood today. She's in a bad mood today. That went bad. So that's what I got to fix. But then 3 days later, this goes bad. So that's what I got to go fix. And we're being managed randomly. Just fix that problem, and what happens to the morale in your company? Okay, see that's number 9. Gotcha. Ensure that every team member is committed to quality work. If 3 of your employees know 2 other employees are getting away with stuff, you just shot everything to pieces. Consistency. But if it doesn't start with everyone knowing what their standards are, then you are going to play favorites. Why? Because no one personality, which is what I want to show you in just a few minutes, everyone's personality tends to favor the team members whose personality matches theirs. Don't miss what I just said. All managers and supervisors favor the behavior or misbehavior of the people in their teams whose personality closer matches their own. And if it's governed by personality and not by clear expectations, you're going to have dissension in the groups and people are demoralized. Yes, sir. Yep.
So when you manage people, though,
correct. It comes down to this one form that every manager should have for every employee. This is what determines their success. You just started the company, and here is what's expected of you, and watch. Right here, you're still going to be learning. Right here, you're probably going to still be learning. By this time, I expect you to be at a yellow. By this time, I expect you to be at a yellow. Right here, you should be getting to be this good. And then right here, I'm going to be this good. And then from here on out, you should never drop back to yellow. Yeah.
As soon as they start, they're going to say, well, poor.
Yeah.
So I'm terrible at my job.
You probably are.
For what I expect.
But where are you in the process? Okay. See, for example, watch right here. So right here, you are at a 1, but that's okay. I don't expect you to be at a yellow until about 3 weeks after we've trained you. But if right here you're still at a 1, we got problems. Absolutely. Everybody comes in at a 1. Everybody comes in at a 1. You may be a good technician, but you're not a good technician yet here. Exactly. It's just 1, 2, 3. 1 is low performing, 2 is good performing, 3 is great performing. Okay? And you simply just let everyone know. In this skill, with the training we provided you, or you should be at this number, at this level. So what you do is you sit down with an employee and you give them their expectation, and this becomes their ongoing progress performance review. This becomes a training plan. This becomes something that I know Judy is meeting with all her branch managers, and I know the branch managers are meeting with all their people, and there is no question. Everyone knows where they should be at a red, when they should be getting out of a green, usually when they should be at a green, when they should be at a red, and it can be seen. Everyone knows everyone is being managed this way. There's no favoritism. Man, nothing makes people want to compete faster than it goes, where are you at? I mean, I'm looking for 4 reds. I'm like, where are you? Well, I'm down to 3. I said, yeah. Where's Peter? Call him. Make sure he's sick today because I heard last week he had 5 reds. Did he get fired? I don't know. I just don't like reds around here. People take seriously if you show up with a lot of reds. And everyone knows this is the way we manage people. This is the way we manage people. This is the way we develop people. This is the way we keep our morale high. We let folks know you're not doing well. Come on. You're doing well. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. You did great job, my man. And you know that all this antics that I showed, he's going to get in my one-on-one with him. And he's going to get on my one-on-one. And she's going to get him. Why? Because y'all realize, yep, you get in the car with him, that's what he does. In the back of one of my books, I actually told the story that my son, whenever he and I go out of town, anytime we go out of town, whether it's from here to Denham Springs, here to Orlando, if we get in the car and we hit the interstate and it's going to be an out-of-town trip, he knows, my son's 14 years old now, he knows I'm going to plug in my iPhone and what song is going to play? On the road again? I can't wait to be on the road again. And as soon as the song starts, we're on the interstate, I start waving my hat, see you later! You know, and my son's just rolling his eyes. Sometimes he sings with me. Sometimes he doesn't sing with me. He never waves, though. He hadn't done it before. Okay, so I wrote in my book, I said, hopefully when he and his other brothers and sisters, when they start having grandkids, and the grandkids start spending time with Grandpa, what can they say? Does he still do that with you? You know, and I want them to say, well, yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does when you're in a car. When he says, hey, let's go to Denham Springs. Oh, great, it's Denham Springs. It's out of town. So if all of you were my team members and I supervised all of you, what would I teach you early in the first 2 weeks of my coming in? Exactly. This is how I manage. I manage in a predictable manner. And I don't know where you guys are all at. Some of you are in red, some of you are in green, some of you are going to give me about a month to kind of calibrate, see what that means. But I need all of you within 6 to 12 weeks to be green at everything you're supposed to be doing. I just don't know what it is that you're all supposed to be doing, okay? Each one's going to have your own scorecard, and then all of you once a quarter are going to score me with a scorecard. And you're going to provide that scorecard to HR, and you're going to tell HR how good of a manager I've been. and you hold me accountable too. And it's kind of cool. And people are like, really? Yeah, that's how you, this is how we're going to manage. And you make it extremely predictable. Hey, everybody, great job making it through this. Go to the next module. Let's get moving to the next levels. Good luck. And again, thank you for joining the program. Honored to help you.